Good afternoon and welcome to Mill River Union High School, where today's 8-man football game plus the Spartans of Winooski up against the Minutemen of Mill River. Roy Bixby with Grant Whitmer and cameraman Henry Baldy Slater from Mill River. As Mill River's last regular season game as an off week next week, and to see what will happen in the future. Preparing to tee the ball up for Winooski is number 42, Tony Robarge. And Grant, today's game is very crucial for Mill River.
Well, I think it's crucial to both these teams. Both these teams are teams that have been on the upswing over the season and are both playing at an extremely high level. Knocking off Montpelier, who for much of the season was rated number 1. 2 weeks ago, Mill River did the same. This ought to be one heck of a ball game, and might actually be the state championship right here.
As Mill River comes into today's game 4-1 in the league and 5-1 overall, and Winooski coming back, Ted Grant, off the kind of a slow start in the season, but looking very strong, especially last week against Montpelier when they beat Montpelier 20-12 up in Spartan Field in Winooski. So Robarge to kick off. Back deep is number 20 Dave Whitmer and number 40 Dan Richards. Whitmer gets a hand on the ball, but it falls back in the end zone. It'll be downed in for a touchback. So the ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line, as Mill River will have the first offensive possession of the day. And Coach Maneri has today is kind of crucial, as last time when Mill River went up to Winooski and played up at the Kennedy High School back October 1st, Winooski came out staff, but Mill River came right back for a 24-14 win over at Winooski. First and 10, ball spotted at the 20. Deloya hands off to number 34, Carney. Carney ahead for about a yard on the play. And check that 3 on the play. So call a 2nd and 7 for Mill River. The ball spotted at their 23-yard. And the second down play comes up. Keeler, number 59, center, comes up over the ball. This time a pro set formation. Hand off to number 20, Whitmer. Whitmer comes upfield. Gains about 5 on the play. Ball will be spotted right around the 28-yard line. Tackled by a trio of Spartans from Winooski. So call a 3rd and 3 for Mill River. Ball spotted at the Mill River 27-yard line. 11:09 left first quarter. No score here from Mill River High School on a good day for football, Grant, but kind of breezy.
It is kind of breezy, but the weather's pretty darn good for toward the end of October.
Deloya pitches off to number 40, Dan Richards. He gets enough for the first down yardage. There's a first down. Richards a little slow getting up after the tackle and making his way back to the huddle. So ball will be spotted at the Mill River 33-yard line. Richards does get enough for the first down play. Richards coming out. Got shaken up on the previous play. I formation this time in the first down play will be Carney and Millard. Hand off to Millard. Millard up over the 35-yard line. Stopped out close to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 6 for Mill River. Millard comes out. In for Millard is number 20, Dave Whitmer. Again, an I formation. Carney at the halfback position, Whitmer at the fullback position on the second down play. Deloya goes back to pass. Tries to get out to number 85, Robert Stillwell. Just out of the fingertips and incomplete, so it'll be 3rd down. I believe they program a little messed up here again. I believe that's Dan Hurlin, number 88, that was out there on the incomplete pass from Deloya. So call it 3rd and 7 for Mill River. This time Deloya comes with a pro set formation, hands off to number 40 Richards, and he's tackled by number 29 Mike Jackson, defensive player for Winooski, on the stop. Gain of 1, so it'll be 4th down and 6. In the game now is number 87, Walt Bernier, to do the punting for Mill River. Going back deep for Winooski is number 29, Mike Jackson. 9:41 first quarter, no score at Mill River. Bernier gets the kick off. It's going to be out of bounds out near the Winooski 47-yard lines. So the Spartans, Grant, will have good position on their first offensive possession here in the game.
I think a really good position. I think Mill River did showed actually much better blocking, interior blocking than they had in their first game. Good performance out of Kevin Keeler, Josh McKenzie, and Todd Van Deen. I think they ran into trouble trying to run around the left side of that Winooski defense. I think it's much stronger than the right side, and we'll see what happens in the next series.
So Winooski will have the ball, 1st and 10, pass play. Rugg goes back, he's looking for number 1, Maynard. Maynard finds it, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone. 53-yard pass play from number 9, Brennan Rugg, to number 1, Sean Maynard, that come out off the right wideout formation. Carnine, number 34, was back, ball just overthrown him a little bit, and Grant, I think if the wind hadn't been that much of a factor, I think maybe Carnine might have got a fingertip on the ball.
Yeah, I think he thought he had it all the way, and I think that was the first factor here with the wind. Carried it right over his outstretched hands and right to Menard for the score.
So Winooski sets up for the 2-point conversion. Pitch out to number 1, Maynard. Maynard going right side sweep, and he does make it in for the 2-point conversion. So Winooski makes good on their first offensive possession. As Rugg, quarterback, hits Maynard just on a right out fly pattern for the 6 points. And Maynard goes in for the 2 points. Clock showing 10 minutes left here in the first quarter. Winooski on top, 8-0. We'll take a short break. Back at Mill River, ready to kick off is number 42, Robarge. Back deep is Whitmer and number 40, Richards. Richards will take it out near his 15-yard line, coming upfield. He's out near the 30, and he's taken down at the Mill River 37-yard line by number 82, Matt Niquette, special teams player for Winooski. So Mill River will come out again on offense. Their first possession, they tried a pass, had an incomplete pass in their first offensive possession, and running play got him enough for 1 first down. So DeLoya brings the offense up again. Carney and Richards in the backfield. Pitch back to Richards. Richards coming near sideline, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds out near the 44-yard line by number 14, Matt Goslin, defensive player for Winooski. Ball is spotted just shy of the Mill River 45-yard line. Not sure, Grant, if we have a flag on the play. I see one of the officials speaking with one of the captains for Winooski.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag either, but it's definitely a penalty, and it looks like they're marching off a big one against Mill River, probably holding.
So that backs the ball up. I believe we got the official signal from the referee on the field. There was a holding call on Mill River. So again, first down, 1st and 20 this time. This time the offense comes out with Whitmer on a wing formation, and Carney in the backfield. Pitch back to Carney. Carney coming near sideline, breaks a couple tackles, hanging on the ball, and he's brought down just out over the 45-yard line by number 34, Kevin Crete, defensive player for Winooski. And on that play, I see David Whitmer on the wing position go out and give a good block that time for Carney as he comes out of the backfield.
Well, we actually got 2 guys there. That was good downfield blocking, and good cutback by Carney to pick up the extra yardage. But once again, I think the initial thing was to the right side of the defense there of Winooski, and I think it's a little softer than the left.
So second down play, that is. Pitch back to Whitmer. Whitmer's clobbered out in the backfield. Going to lose some yardage on that play. Lost about 2 on a play, so it's going to be 3rd and about 7 for Mill River. When the offense comes back up to the ball will be spotted at the Mill River 41-yard line on the right hash mark. 8:15 left, first quarter. Winooski on top, 8-0 over Mill River. I formation. Gloria back to pass. Looks for number 9, Paul Venn. Just out of the reach of Venn. Just gets a little bit on the fingertips, but can't quite pull it in. And that brings up 4th down for Mill River as number 87, Bernier, comes into the game. Back deep for Winooski is number 29, Mike Jackson. Back at his 28-yard line is Bernier to kick. Low snap. Bernier trying to get the ball. Takes off running with it. He's going far sideline. He's got a few blockers. And does not quite get enough yardage for the first down. And kind of a low snap on that one, Grant. And I'm kind of lucky Bernier got out of the area he was in.
Well, he was fumbled it around a little bit, had a hard time getting the handle on it, and then took off running. And Walt Bernier, at 6'2", 200 pounds, rambled down the field pretty good. Looked like there for a while he might even pick up the first down, but looked like he was just a couple yards short.
So Winooski will take over on offense. Ball spotted at the Mill River 46-yard line on the right hash mark. 7:42 left, first quarter. Rugg keeps the ball himself, gains about 3 on the play. It looked like he was going to pitch back to number 1, Maynard, but keeps the ball himself and goes up the center for a gain of about 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for Winooski. The ball spotted at the Mill River 43-yard line. Now the Winooski offense will come up to the ball, this time in an I formation at number 32, Mark Hool, and halfback, and number 1, Maynard, in a fullback position. Pitch back to Maynard, number 1. Maynard going downfield, tackled by a trio of Minutemen. There to make the initial hit was number 23, Keith Millard, defensive player for Mill River. Gain of about 4 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and about 4. Ball spotted right on the 40-yard line, the left hash mark. 6:47 left, first quarter. Again, Winooski on top, 8-0. A 53-yard pass play from number 9, quarterback Brennan Rugg, to number 1, Sean Maynard. So Winooski comes up on the 3rd down play. This time in the backfield is number 42, Robarge, and number 1, Maynard, in the fullback position. 50-50. Pitch back to Maynard, number 1. He's going to pass. Goes, tries to get out to number 82. Niquette on the play, on the fullback option, and it's incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th down for Winooski.
Richard did a good job of staying with him there. The receiver tried to turn him around a couple times. Richard stayed right with him and was right there, prevented him actually from getting down the field to even have a chance at that ball.
So it's about 4th and 3. Call it 4th and 4 for Winooski. This time they come out with a pro set formation. That's Rugg in the shotgun, that is. Snap back to Rugg. Pass off to number 85, Kane. Kane goes into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one, Grant, I think Rugg was awful lucky. He got that one off when he did, because he had the defensive player right there on him.
Well, he was. He got smacked. He did a good job stepping right up in the pressure and delivering the ball. But I think actually, his intended receiver isn't the one who caught the ball. I think his intended receiver was Maynard, and went a little over his head and into the outstretch of the other Winooski receiver, who ran it down for the touchdown.
So Winooski now will set up for the 2-point conversion. This time in the backfield is number 42, Robarge, and number 1, Maynard. Fumble on the ball, whistle dead. As Maynard stands there kind of in confusement to see what the play is, as we can hear one of the officials speaking here that the whistle had already blown dead. Rather, there was a fumble on that snap, Grant, or well, I don't know.
Yeah, there was a fumble, and actually, I'm not sure of the rule on this. I know, way back when, a long time ago, the rule used to be in any high school game that when the ball was fumbled, it could be recovered, but it could not be advanced. So, but the officials blew that one dead, and looks like they're going to give them another shot here. So it must have they must have said they blew it dead before it started.
We heard the official speak over to the Mill River sideline here near side, and it was an inverted whistle. So that'll set everything all up again. This time in the backfield is Houle and Maynard. And we have a flag and whistle on the play before the play even starts, as the officials will talk out what the penalty may be.
Back Winooski up. They lined up in the neutral zone. Oh.
Penalty against Mill River. Lined up in the neutral zone. Encroachment. So that'll bring the ball half the distance to the goal line. So Winooski now again will set up for the 2 points. Houle and Maynard in an I formation in the backfield this time for Winooski. Rugg was going to pitch off to Maynard. Maynard goes by. Rugg keeps it. And Rugg is hammered back around the 7-yard line by the special teams of Mill River.
Well, it was something I'm sure glad Mill River stopped him and didn't allow him to get that 2-point conversion, because, you know, from where I stand, we could definitely hear the whistle, and the whistle was blown after the start of the play. Boy, I'm not exactly sure that the official should have given Winooski another chance to make that play there.
So the 2-point conversion fails for Winooski. 6:11 left in the first quarter. Winooski on top, 14-0 over Mill River. Robarge will tee the ball up for Winooski again. Back deep is number 20, Dave Whitmer, number 40, Dan Richards for Mill River. Bounced off the fingertips of Whitmer. Whitmer will pick the ball up, try to hopefully get a few blockers. He gets one. And he's going to be brought down near the Mill River 15-yard line. That one again, Grant, gets kind of bounced off Dave's fingertips there as the ball was coming to him. He, this time, didn't roll into the end zone, so he had to pick it up and advance it out himself.
Well, yeah, it almost happened the last time, just over his head. But those are some real line drive kicks with a lot of leg on them for the Winooski kicker there. I mean, Dave, I think, was standing down at about the 10-yard line, and line drive kick right about head high.
And we have a holding on a run back against Mill River, so that'll back the ball up half the distance of the goal line. So Mill River this time will start their offensive possession deep in their territory with just over 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. So Deloya brings the offense out. Official still over the ball, I guess, setting the yard marker and down marker. Whistles the ball in play. This time, Mill River shifts out on a 4 wide, 2 left and 2 right. Deloya goes back to pass, looks for number 34 Carney out on the far sideline, but Carney didn't quite look back enough in time, and the pass is incomplete.
I don't know if there was a broken play or once, but I don't believe Carney had any idea that the ball was going to be coming out for him. Actually, it was a pretty good play and pretty good ball delivery by Deloya. So that brings up second down. Ball spotted out near the Mill River 7-yard line, deep in their territory. 5:46 left first quarter. Deloya flips back to number 40, Richards. Richards trying to get a few blockers out in front of him. Gets out near the Mill River 14-yard line. Stopped by number 14 on the play, Matt Goslin, defensive player for Winooski. That play, Richards picked up close to 7 yards, I'd say, Grant, as the down marker is calling it third and about 3, long 3. So Deloya brings the offense up this time. Millard on the left wing, Carney in the backfield. Handoff is a Carney, and he's wrapped up in the backfield by number 55, Mike Davis, defensive player for Winooski. Well, yeah, that was a big play for Mill River, you know, because obviously this far back in their own territory, they're going to have to punt, and looks like they're going to have to turn the ball over to Winooski one more time. Hopefully they can hold them. Looks like it's kind of been somewhat of a replay of the last game between these things. The teams, the first half dominated by big plays leading to scores, so see what happens.
Bernier back to punt, gets a good snap this time, kicks it off. It's coming near sideline. Back deep was number 29, Jackson. Ball takes a good Winooski bounce, down by number 9, Paul Venn. The ball will be spotted out near the Mill River 29-yard line on the left hash mark when Winooski will take over on offense. 4:34 that is. Left here in the first quarter with Winooski on top, 14-0. Winooski comes out with an offense this time with number 42 Robarge single back with Maynard on a wide right formation. Rugg going back to pass. He finds Maynard. Maynard's being chased down, and he's brought down by number 34, Tyler Carnide, defensive end for Mill River. And Grant, I think they found a little hole there in the Mill River defense. They've just been kind of picking away there with them short little passes.
Right, that one I think Millard kind of maybe bit for the fake run up through the middle there and left Maynard open and had about 5 yards to catch that ball. He'll have to stay on him a lot closer than that or it'll be a long afternoon.
Gain of 8 on the play, so it's 2nd and 2 for Winooski. Ball spotted out near the Mill River 21-yard line, the center of the field. We have flags, whistles, and everything going. I think we had a offensive back coming out of the backfield for Winooski, as what the call may be. The legal procedure against Winooski, so that'll back him up 5 yards, and again it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 7 this time when Winooski will come out again to the ball.
Another delayed whistle there. The offensive player Winooski jumped, no flag, no whistle. A jump by a Mill River play, no flag, no whistle, and then finally a very delayed whistle.
So 2nd and 7 for Winooski. Handoff is to number 32, Hool. Hool is going to be taken down by number 40, Dan Richards.
Oh man, they didn't give him that. That ball came out before they blew the whistle. The ball was on the ground before they blew the whistle.
So it'll be 3rd down for Winooski. Gain of about 2 on that play. Ball is spotted out near the Mill River 23-yard line. Call it 3rd and 4 for Winooski as they come up on offense. This time Robarge and Maynard in a pro set formation in the backfield for Winooski. Handoff is to number 42 Robarge. Robarge going left. He's going to be taken down by number 17 Bruce Deloya and number 40 Dan Richards. So that'll bring up 4th down for Winooski, Grant, and it seems like the defense kind of stepped up a little bit there on that play.
They did, and this will be a big one. Obviously, I'm sure Winooski will go for it on this play, and hopefully they can hold him and keep him from scoring.
Coming out on the field is number 32 Mark Hool. As Winooski looks like they are planning to go for it here on 4th down. Timeout on the field, 1:55 left first quarter. Winooski on top, 14-0, and we'll take a break. Back at Mill River, Winooski will come up for the 4th down play. This time Hool is single set back in the backfield with Maynard on a wide out right formation. Going out to Maynard, number 1. Maynard trying to slip a few tackles. He goes by a couple defensive players from Mill River, and he's in for the score. And that one, granted, I think Maynard had a few good moves that time that kind of caught the defense off guard.
Coming against the grain, he was split off right and came down the field about 5 yards and then cut across the field to the left. Ran right by the Mill River players who were unable to maneuver and cut and get to him.
So Winooski will set their offense up for the 2-point conversion. This time the formation will be Robarge at a halfback position and Maynard in a fullback position for Winooski. Whistles on the play as we find out what the penalty will be and who against. Encroachment on Mill River, so that will spot the ball half the distance of the goal line. Winooski will have another try at it again here. 1:47 left first quarter. Winooski on top, 20-0. As Winooski, a rejuvenated team here in the second half of the season. Pitch back to number 1, Maynard. Maynard going in, and he is down before he gets to the goal line. So no good on a 2-point conversion. 1:47 left first quarter. Winooski on top, 20-0. We'll take a break. Back at Mill River Union High School, 1:47 left in the first quarter. Winooski on top, 20-0. As Robarge prepares to kick off, back deep is number 34 Carney and number 40 Richards. This time Carney has a problem finding a ball, trying to find a few blockers. He has a few blocks ahead of him, and he's going to be stopped out near the 20-yard line. And again, Grant, I don't know if it's the wind down on the field, but Dave Whitmer had a problem there on 2 kickoff catches there back early in the quarter, and now Carney, kind of the same scenario again on that kick.
Boy, those low line drive kicks by the Winooski kicker with a lot of velocity on them. Boy, they've been too much to handle for Mill River today.
So Deloy will bring the offense up for a first down. Ball spotted out near the 20-yard line of Mill River. Handoff this time is the number 23 Millard. Millard stopped right near the line. And to make the stop for Winooski is number 75, Steve Doran, defensive player for Winooski on the play. So call it 2nd and 10. Ball moved just a little bit. Whitmer comes in the game now. Keeler, 59, comes up to the ball center. This time Mill River will set up with a 4 wideout formation, 2 left and 2 right this time again. Deloya back to pass, trying to find a receiver, finds number 40, Dan Richards. Richards up over the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and Richards is in for the touchdown. 80-yard pass play from number 17, Bruce Deloya, to number 40, Dan Richards, which gets Mill River on the board. And Grant, I think that time the 4 wideout formation worked this time. They tried it before on one of their previous offensive possessions, but it seemed to work out this time. Richards right back there when the ball came to him, and just nothing but turned it on down the sideline.
He definitely got behind him. The Winooski players have definitely been playing the run and leaving the pass behinders. It's just been the win, I think, has been not allowing Deloya to get the ball to him to this point. Hopefully it'll be a lot different in the second quarter when they change directions.
Deloya out of the shotgun. He's trying to find the line to the end zone. And he's declined the 2 points. As Deloya this time coming out of a shotgun position, which is kind of new here for the offensive Mill River. Most of the time, Deloya is right up underneath the center there. Keeler. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Winooski on top, 20-6, and we'll take a short break. Back at Mill River, number 87 Bernier prepared to kick off. Back deep for Winooski is number 1 Maynard and number 29, I believe that is, Mike Jackson. Bernier gets off a good kick. Jackson handles it out near the 15. Advances it out to the 24-yard line where he's brought down by number 17, Bruce Deloya, on the special teams for Mill River. So this time, Grant, see Winooski has the ball a little bit deeper in their territory when they on the field position this time. And they've been fortunate enough to have a few short kick punts by Bernier earlier in the quarter to give him good field position.
I'll tell you, I think that score really rejuvenated the Mill River team here. They got a lot more. Definitely got them a little more rise in their step there, and they're definitely psyched up. And they're going to need it to get back into this game.
5 seconds left here in the first quarter, as Winooski will have the ball on offense. Gets it off right before the end of the quarter. Rugg goes back, trying to find a receiver. He's going out near the far sideline. We have a flag on the play. Shaken up on the play is number 23, Keith Millard. As the quarter ends on a penalty, we'll have to find out what the penalty will be here.
Face mask.
Face mask. The initial call is face mask. I believe it's going to be against Mill River because I think Millard did have a hand in there when he was tackling Rugg out there on the far sideline. So the end of the first quarter here at Mill River Union High School with the score, the Spartans of Winooski 20, Mill River 6, and we'll take a break for second quarter. Back for the start of the second quarter here at Mill River. Winooski on top 20-6 over the Minutemen of Mill River. And again, Grant, Winooski is the second half of the season here. They've really come out looking strong, and the win last week against Montpelier, which I think helped them quite a bit. The end of the first quarter was a face mask against Mill River, so that advances the ball 15 yards. That'll be a first down. Rugg passes off to Maynard. Maynard gets upfield, gain of about 5 on a play, tackled by number 40 Dan Richards and number 34 Carnine. Gain of about 7 on that play, so call it 2nd and 3. Well, 2nd and 4 is where the down marker is spotted. As Winooski now gets to go against the wind, and again we'll see what happens here in this quarter. So the offense comes out. Rugg brings the offense up to the ball with Maynard, number 32 Hool in the backfield this time for Winooski. Flags and whistles again on the play. It seems the Mill River defensive line jumped off sides this time, Grant.
And it'll give Winooski another first down just outside the 50-yard line. And boy, Mill River's going to have to suck it up here. This is a big stand for them.
I think they're a little anxious to get in there and start playing some good defense so the offense can get the ball back, score some points. So it is enough for a first down on a penalty for Winooski. This time number 42 Robarge and number 1 Maynard in the backfield. Pitch back to Maynard, number 1 this time going far sideline. And he's brought out of bounds by number 40 Dan Richards on the far sideline. Out near the first down. Down near the first down marker, but he's going to be short about 3 yards, so we're going to call it 2nd and 7. Ball will be spotted just inside the Mill River 45-yard line on the left hash mark for Winooski when they come out for the second down play. Poole and Maynard in a pro set formation in the backfield for Winooski this time on second down. Handoff is to number 32 Hool. Hool gets upfield. He's taken down by number 17 Bruce Deloy on the play, and he looks like he has enough for the first down on that run, Grant.
Good hard running by the Winooski back there, and did manage to get enough for the first down. Couple missed tackles there in the backfield. You know, Mill River is still pretty high. They're going to need to pull it together, get a little composure, and get themselves back into this game.
So it's first down for Winooski. Ball spotted at the Mill River 39-yard line on the left hash mark. Rugg goes back this time. Tries to find. He was going to pitch back to Maynard, it looked like, but he keeps the ball. We have a penalty flag on the play here. We're not quite sure. Penalty was thrown out in the secondary, and the officials will hash this one out as we await the call.
I think 85 said something he shouldn't have.
As the ball is going to be marched off against Winooski, as we clipping call against Winooski, so that'll back him up 15 yards. The ball over on the Winooski side of the field now, spotted out near their 42-yard line on the first down. So this time Winooski will set up with Robarge, single back in the backfield with Maynard on a whiteout right formation. Rugg looking to go back, goes for Maynard, but Maynard kind of stepped the wrong way and the pass went behind him, incomplete. That'll make it second down for Winooski.
I think Mill River ought to know that it's probably brings up passing situation or some kind of trick running play, reverses and that kind of stuff, with Winooski needing big yards to get the first down.
The ball spotted out near the Winooski 42-yard line. First down is down near the Mill River 28. Rugg back to pass, looking for a receiver. He finds Hool out in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down. for a loss on the play by number 9, Paul Venn. Good defensive play by Venn. Gonna wrap the hole up around the shoestrings and took him down.
They need more of that. He stayed home, got right on the guy, and dropped him for a loss. That was great.
So a loss of about 5 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and long for Winooski. First down marker out near the Mill River 28.5-yard line. As on this play, Winooski needs a good yardage play to get them up where they must be for the first down.
Back on.
Rugg back to pass, looking for a receiver. He's going to try to find Maynard. Just thrown over the intended receiver, number 1, Sean Maynard. So that'll bring up 4th down for Winooski, and I think at this point, Grant, I think they will have to punt in this situation.
I would expect so.
As that wind blows here, it gets to feeling colder as day goes on. So back in the punting formation is number 42, Robarge. Back deep is number 40, Dan Richards, standing down near his 36-yard line. Penalty flags on the play.
Well, they finally called it. He's done that about 3 times.
As we have a false start against Winooski, we'll back him up another 5 yards. So Richards comes up near his 40-yard line. Back near his 20-yard line to kick is number 42, Tony Robarge, awaiting the snap. High snap, gets it down, gets the kick off. Richards will take it on one hop, comes upfield, finds one blocker, tries to find a blocker in Millard, but he's taken down by number 32, Hool, on the play. So Mill River again will take over on offense with 9:03 left in the first half, and Winooski on top, 20-6.
So really be Mill River's first shot with decent field possession. It'll be interesting to see how they respond here. Really critical that they score a few points here. We got about a little less than 9 minutes left in this second quarter.
So Deloya comes up this time with a pro set formation. Hands off to number 20, Dave Whitmer. Whitmer ahead for about 4 on the play. Just runs a heads-up play right up the center, trying to get some blocking off the offensive line to make Whitmer a lane to go up through. So call it 2nd and 6 for Mill River. Whitmer comes out, Carnine, number 34, goes in. As Deloya brings the offense up again, this time he will come up with a single back formation with Carnine. Millard on a wing formation right side. Pitch back to number 34, Carnine. Carnine trying to find some blockers, gets a couple blocks. Taken down by number 11, Gavin Rugg, defensive player on the stop for Winooski, but again, a good gain on the play, gets them closer out to the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 now, as Deloya will call the play in the huddle. This time they come out with a 4 wide out formation again, 2 left, 2 right. Carnine and Venn on the left, Hurlin and Whitmer on the right. Deloya back to pass, and he's going to be taken down by number 51, Todd Racine, defensive player for Winooski. And I think, Grant, Winooski's reading that whiteout setup, so they bring one of their linemen in there to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, they adjusted well. They brought Maynard in from the outside. I think they were actually probably expecting a quarterback sneak or something on that play, but one of the interior linemen, I think the left tackle there for Mill River, missed a block and allowed the Winooski guy to get right back in on Bruce and really didn't have a chance.
So Mill River takes a timeout. 7:16 left in the first half. The score, Winooski 20, Mill River 6. We'll take a break. Back at Mill River after the timeout, it'll be 4th down. 4th and 9 for Mill River. As on the previous play, Deloya gets sacked for a big loss, 7-yard loss on the previous play. So this time on 4th down, he'll come up in a I formation with Carnine and Whitmer. Back to pass. DeLoya looking for Richards, and incomplete. Defensive man on the play, number 14 for Winooski, Matt Goslin. So Winooski will take over on downs. The ball spotted out near their 45-yard line when Winooski comes back on the offense.
It really appears that Winooski is really keen on the run here, and I really think they can be beaten with a pass. Mill River's really been unable to capitalize on it, but the receivers have been getting behind the Winooski defenders to this point.
So Winooski comes out in the offense with a pro set formation, hands off to number 42, Robards. Robards going far sideline, trying to find a couple blockers. He finds a couple, and he's brought down by number 58 from Mill River. I believe that's Josh McKenzie, but does get the yardage for the first down. And they pass or run, Grant. Winooski's been having very good luck against the Mill River defense here today at Mill River. First down, ball spotted at the Mill River 39-yard line. Rogg pitches off to number 1, Maynard. Maynard coming far sideline. He's being wrapped up by number 23, Keith Millard. Penalty flag in the on the play, coming in late. Another clipping call against Winooski, which will back the ball up as we get the official call. The referee calls it clipping on Winooski, so that'll back the ball up. Back on Winooski side of the field now. Ball spotted out near their 47-yard line. 6:43 left here in the first half with Winooski on top, 20-6. So as the offense comes out this time, it'll be number 42, Robards, and number 1, Maynard in the backfield in a pro set formation for Winooski. Handoff is to Robards, number 42, slips a couple tackles, and he's brought down by number 40, Dan Richards. Richards in on a stop for a minimal gain, if any at all, on that play, Grant.
That was a nice play by Dan, you know, fought off one block, got outside, didn't buy the fake, and was able to bring him down, right? It's a very small gain.
So a second and long for Winooski. This will be about 2nd and 25. Just calculating it from up here. 5:43 left and a half, clock running, Winooski on top. This time Maynard in a wing position whiteout on the right. Rogg looking to pass, and he's taken down. Taken down in the backfield by number 78 on the play for Mill River. And we don't have his name on the roster. I believe that's Josh McKenzie made the play in the backfield for Mill River. Ball spotted just inside the Winooski 40-yard line, as Winooski will come out to the ball on offense, this time in a I formation. Robards at halfback, Maynard at fullback position. Rogg back to pass, looking for a receiver. He finds number 42, Robards. Robards coming upfield, still trying to be tackled by some of the Mill River players, and he's brought down by the shirt by number 20, Dave Whitmer. We have a penalty flag back up near the 43-yard line, as the officials will hash this out to see what the penalty may be. I believe by the movement of the ball and the players, it will be a call against Winooski. As we await the official call. The referee calls it clipping against Winooski. So that'll set it up 3rd and long for Winooski. Looks like about from here, Grant, it'll be 3rd and about 27. The yards, the first down marker out near the Mill River 29-yard line. Rugg brings the offense up this time in a I formation with Hool and Maynard in the backfield. This time pitch back to number 1 Hool. Hool trying to find a receiver. Looks out for number 82. Matt Niket. Broken up by the Mill River defense. So that'll bring up 4th down. I believe on this play, Winooski will have to punt. Back standing at his 32-yard line is number 40, Dan Richards. Winooski still in the huddle. 4:11 left here in the first half, with Winooski on top, 20-6. As the referee helps to do a little equipment maintenance on number 42, Tony Robarge. He will be the punter in this situation for Winooski. And Richards back at his 32-yard line. Low snap, picked up by Robarge. Gets off the kick. Richards takes it on a hop again. And he's hit by number 1, Sean Maynard, and number 55, Mike Davis. 4:02 left first half. Winooski on top, 20-6, and we'll take a break.
They better use the wind while they can.
3:50 left here in the first half, that is. Mill River has the ball on offense again. This time Richards out on a wing left. Carney single set back in the backfield. Deloya back to pass, trying to find Richards. Passes it and finds Richards for the completion. A good pass play that time. And Deloya had a lot of time back there, Grant. He had Carney, number 34, in there for a blocker that came out of the backfield for him, and he sat right back there, and there was no defensive players within 3 yards around him, and finds Richards out there running a fly pattern, and just beautifully caught by Richards.
Just what the doctor ordered, use the wind while they got it. That was great.
So Mill River have it first down at the Winooski side of the field. Handoff is to Millard. Millard takes it ahead for a gain of about 4 on the play. Ball will be spotted out near the Winooski 19-yard line. Gains 4 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 6 for Mill River. 3:05 left in the first half. And Winooski on top, 20-6. Deloya brings the offense up. This time he runs a pro set formation with Whitmer, number 20, and number 34, Tyler Carney. Handoff is to Whitmer. Whitmer straight ahead. Coughs the ball up. There to get the ball for Winooski is number 34, Kevin Crete, defensive player for Winooski. That one looks like somebody just got the hand in there on him, Grant, and the ball just kind of popped right out.
Yeah, that was a really costly fumble there. Mill River to this point has been doing a pretty good job about hanging on the ball for the last few games, and boy, that was a tough one. They were headed down for the score.
So Winooski takes over deep in their territory on the fumble recovery. This time Winooski sets up in an I formation. Hand off to Maynard. This time Maynard running far sideline, being chased by Richards. Still on the far sideline. Millard trips him up out near the 35-yard line. And a good running play. That number 1, Sean Maynard, a good athlete for Winooski. Catches the ball good out of the backfield or off the wide-out position. Gets a good gainer on that one. The ball will be spotted at the Mill River 35-yard line on the left hash mark for Winooski when the offense comes up for the first down play. 2:20 left here in the first half. Winooski on top. This time a split back pro set formation for Winooski. Hool and Jackson hand off to number 32, Hool. And he's brought down by a trio of Minutemen. Number 76, Todd Van Deen. Number 17, Bruce Deloya in on the stop. Minimal gain on the play, gain of 2, so call it 2nd and 8 for Winooski. This time they come up with a pro set formation again with Jackson, number 29, and number 42, Robarge in the backfield this time. Flags on the play. It looks like we're going to have an encroachment call on Mill River. So that'll move the ball up 5 yards. So as the official brings the ball up, and it's going to be 2nd and 3 for Winooski on the encroachment call on Mill River. This time Maynard back in the game. He's going in a wide out right position with Robart single setback in the backfield. Rugg takes the snap, looking for Maynard, and it's incomplete. As I believe on that one, Grant, looks like both defender and offensive receiver kind of got their feet tied up that time.
Yeah, they didn't look like Dan was still fighting for it, and came close, I think, to scooping up that ball for the interception as he was going down.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 for Winooski. 1:15 left here in the first half at Mill River, and Winooski on top, 20-6. This time they set up with Niquette on wide out left, Maynard near side, wide out right, with Houle single setback in the backfield. Intercepted by number 23, Keith Millard. Millard advances the ball up, tackled by number 82 on the play, Eric Niquette. So Mill River gets an interception by number 23, Keith Millard, as I believe he was looking for Maynard out there on the near sideline right. And again, Grant, I'd rather the wind held that up just enough to for Millard to get underneath it. I might have been the possibility that time. So Mill River calls a timeout with 1:05 left here in the first half, and the score, Winooski 20, Mill River 6. We'll take a break. Back at Mill River Union High School, this 8-man football game today. Winooski on top, 20-6 with 1:05 left. Mill River takes over after a interception by number 23, Keith Millard. Deloya brings the offense out with Carnite. Single back. Deloya tries to find a receiver, can't find one, takes off himself with the ball. He comes up near the 50-yard line, and he's hit hard by number 14, Matt Goslin. But he does get enough for a first down, as the ball will be spotted out near the Mill River 48-yard line. And Mill River again will take another timeout with 54 seconds left in the half, with Winooski on top, 20-6. We'll take a break. 54 seconds left the first half back here at Mill River High School. Winooski on top, 20-6 in this 8-man football game today. This time Deloya brings the offense out and sets up with a 4 wide out position again this time. Deloya back to pass, tries to find a receiver. Intended for number 20, Dave Whitmer. Defending Whitmer on the play was number 14, Matt Goslin, defensive player for Winooski. Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 49 seconds left. As that time, Grant, I don't know if maybe the wind might have sailed the ball a little bit more than what the receiver expected.
I think a little breaking play. They didn't need to. I don't think they meant to throw it right at that time. They couldn't throw it when they wanted to, and Bruce had to hold it a little longer than he wanted to.
Second down play. Deloya back to pass, looking for Richards. Richards makes the catch. He's hit by number 29, Jackson, on the play, and good concentration by Richards, number 40, who bobbles the ball but does get it in his possession before he hits the ground.
That was outstanding. I mean, it was kind of a wounded duck. I think it slipped out of Bruce's hands as it went out. Richards was able to kind of tip it, keep the tip drill going, and as he was falling down, pull it in for the catch. That was outstanding.
Deloya back to pass again. As Deloya is decked that time by number 55, Mike Davis, guard for Winooski. Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 26 seconds left. Is not quite sure who his receiver might have been. He might have just thrown it away to stop the clock. Actually, it looks like we may have a penalty. I didn't see no flag on the previous play, as the officials will bring the ball back. holding against Mill River, so that'll back them up on the play. 26 seconds left here in the first half with Winooski on top, 20-6. So this time Deloya will bring the offense out with 4 wideouts, 2 left and 2 right again. He's going in a pass play situation. Deloya looks for Carney, number 34, just overthrown. I think Carney had another step or 2 on that pass. He would have picked that one off and gone in for the end zone for the easy 6 on that. So incomplete, stops the clock again with 20 seconds left. Call it 2nd and about 14 for Mill River. And the ball is spotted at the Winooski 44-yard line. And Deloya again will bring out a 4 wide out formation again. Carney Venn near sideline, Richards and Millard.
Get out of bounds.
Venn tackled inbounds, keeps the clock running. That's the end of the first half as Mill River can't get a play. As Deloya gets all the offensive players up there, but just doesn't have enough time left on the clock to get off the play. Halftime score at Mill River Union High School, the Spartans of Winooski 20, the Minutemen of Mill River 6. And we'll take a short break, and at halftime we'll be back with some thank yous and acknowledgments from the Mill River football team and football club. Back at Mill River Union High School, halftime with the Spartans of Winooski leading Minutemen of Mill River at 20-6. At this time, I'd like to thank on behalf of the Mill River football team and Mill River Football Club, the funding organization for football here at Mill River. A few acknowledgments from the different people and organizations that have helped Mill River football throughout the year. First, I'd like to start off with the Town of Wallingford Recreation Committee. Mr. Bill Olson, Mike Bird, Board of Selectmen in Wallingford have been real helpful for the football club to practice down at the recreation field in Wallingford. Also, Wallingford Rescue, Wallingford Fire Department, Regional Ambulance Service, the constables in the town of Clarendon and Wallingford, Mr. Nelson Tiff and Mr. Rick Wilbur. Also, all hosting schools throughout the year, Montpelier, Winooski, Union 32 in Salem, New York. Very gracious and really hospitable to the Minutemen football that have visited their school this year. And we'd especially like to thank the school board here at Mill River Union High School for this year sanctioning Mill River on a one-year basis. And I believe football has really taken off pretty good, especially this year. Mill River on a positive year. And we'd like to thank the school board members for giving us the opportunity to play football underneath Mill River Union High School. Also like to thank Mr. Jack Healy at WSYB, who was down here September 17th to broadcast the game between the Raiders of Union 32 and Mill River. The Rutland Herald, Burlington Free Press, Barrie Times Argus, all the newspapers that have followed Mill River throughout the year, and of course all the personnel, Mike Valentine, all his personnel at Channel 15. He's been great to us. Good exposure on the Community Access Channel 15 this year. And Mike, we'd like to personally thank you for that. Seward Sales and Service have been doing transportation, providing a bus for the away games for the Mill River football team. Bus driver Ron Griffin. Super guy, donates all his time, drives the bus back and forth, and does a good job at that. Custodians here at Mill River High School, Charlie Bursa, John Staples, Paul Thompson, Rutland Adult Flag Football, who helped us line the field down in Wallingford, our practice field down there. All of people who volunteered their time to come down here and help out for football, whether it's doing taking tickets at the gate or working the food concession stands, and all them people, field maintenance, everybody that involved that helps out to bring football here at Mill River this year. Been really good. Mr. Mike Brownell, who's a teacher here at Mill River, has done stats work here for Coach Nick Maneri. Mr. Mike Grabowski runs a scoreboard here, volunteers all his times. Mr. Jay Wilson, athletic director here at Mill River Union High School, has helped us out a lot. Mr. Jack Filio, principal here at Mill River High School, has helped us out through thick and thin, and this year we've hoped we've done good, so in the future we could still have football here at Mill River. The Mill River football staff, head coach Nick Maneri, last year, coming off year, he was handed a scrimmage type schedule in September. It's going to be 8-man, where Nick Maneri's always been a 11-man football kind of guy, and this year he's adjusted really well, and he's been doing a great job here. Dan Maneri, defensive coach here at Mill River. Again, same thing last year with Dan. They said, you guys are going to play 8-man, and they kind of said, well, okay, we'll try to do our best. But through the off season, they've really took in a lot of knowledge and adjusted very well for this year. Jeff McPherron, coach, he helped coach a few years back, and he has done a real good job also here at Mill River. The Mill River football staff board of directors, of course, Mr. Art Peterson, very put a lot of time in this. He's put a very lot of time in this, and got the program to where it is today, where back in 1989, I believe it was, they proposed football here at Mill River, and they said, well, see what happens. But Art stuck with it through thick and thin, and he's, it's games like today, he's really, everybody's appreciated what he's done. Mike Kolopshin, vice president of the football club, and the football club is, like I said earlier, the funding organization for football here at Mill River. Jack Venn on the board of directors, Sharon Van Deen, Jack Severance on the board of directors, head fundraiser Cheryl Maneri, which goes through thick and thin herself to come down here every home game and tries to get the concession stand going, which he's been doing a really good job at. It's not just only at home games, at the softball tournament that the Mill River Football Club puts on in Wallingford every year. All the players, all the kids who've come out here through thick and thin all year long have really put it together and got themselves quite a good program here. All the people that come and enjoy the game here at Mill River, all the fans, I'd like to thank all of them. And viewers at home, to stick it in here this season, it's a little bit different brand of football than what you usually have here around the Rutland area. You take teams like Rutland, MSJ, Fairhaven, Polteny, all run a 11-man team. A lot of people are familiar with that, but when we started playing 8-man, a lot of people just kind of took notice to say, well, that's a little different than what they usually watch, like the Raiders and the Mounties play. But again, and my hat's off to Mike Valentine, manager at Cable 15 in Rutland Community Access Channel. I'd like to thank Juliana's Deli. I mean, the list goes on here forever and ever. I wish we had enough time, so we can thank all the people that have really offered us a lot this season here at Mill River for football. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left on the halftime scoreboard. Got Winooski ahead, 20-6. We'll take a break for the kickoff the second half. Back at Mill River Union High School, getting ready to kick off for the second half of today's game. Winooski on top, 20-6. And I'd like to thank Mr. Grant Whitmer for stepping in here and doing some color commentary with me. And I know we got together there at the Montpelier game 2 weeks ago, and you said you had fun, so we decided, well, let's see if we can do this again. So we did it last week up at Union 32 in East Montpelier, and today we're doing it, of course, here at Mill River. And a special thanks to my man behind the viewfinder right here, Mr. Henry Slater. He's been doing a spectacular job. I asked Henry at the beginning of the year, I says, you think you might be doing it? And he would like to do some camera work. He says, yeah, how do you do it? So I sent a tape home with him. He watched it and kind of did a little on-the-job training here, and He's done a pretty good job. I've watched the tapes, and he's done a bang-up job for us. And again, I'd like to thank him. And hopefully, in 2 weeks, November 5th, if the outcome of today's game is good, we'll be bringing you another game. From where, we're not quite sure yet. It will be the 8-man Division State Championship game. The site is yet to be determined as the outcome of the end of the regular 8-man season. So as the teams prepare to, captains prepare to come out to flip the coin for the second half, we'll take a break and be back here from Mill River. Back for the second half kickoff. Mill River will be kicking off. Winooski will be receiving this time. Back deep for Winooski is number 1, Sean Maynard, and number 29, Mike Jackson. Teeing up the ball for Mill River is number 87, Walt Bernier. Bernier kicks off. Good kick by Bernier. Going to be handled by Maynard, number 1. Maynard coming up over the 20. Maynard's taken down by number 87, Walt Bernier, number 23, Keith Millard. Ball will be spotted out near the Winooski 35-yard line, as Winooski will come out for the first offensive possession here in the second half. And Grant, I don't know what you might have for an analysis on the first half. Winooski, things swung their way pretty good. Mill River had a fumble and things like that. It kind of brought them down a little bit.
Yeah, it was a game that once again was dominated by big plays that broke for scores on both sides. All of Winooski's scores came on big plays where they broke out, and the Mill River play also did. Kid Maynard picking up a botched pitch back and dropped for a loss of about 10 on that play.
So Mill River comes out a good defensive stance here on the first play. The start of the second half. Like you say, Grant, is a loss of, that's me. It looks like to be 11, so call it 2nd and 21 for Winooski. Ball is spotted out near their 23-yard line. First down markers out near the 45. I formation with Houle and Maynard in the backfield. Hand off to Maynard. Maynard trying to come upfield, and he's tackled for a gain of about 2 on a play. Tackled by number 47, Mark Yershaw, and number 78, Josh McKenzie. So it looks like Mill River's kind of stepping the defense up a little bit here in the early goings on the second half. Seems to be working out pretty good, as Winooski brings the offense up for 3rd and long. It'll be about 3rd and 19 for Winooski. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Robarge and Maynard in the backfield this time. Rugg back to pass, tries to find a receiver, finds number 42, Robarge. He's tagged hard and brought down by number 20, Dave Whitmer. It's kind of like in-your-face football there, Grant. Dave come right up and just put the tag right on him.
Well, he did put a hit on him. It looks like Key's down. I don't know what kind of injury he has, but that was a good defensive play. Came out and put a good hit on him. Mill River defense has actually done a pretty good job about stuffing stuff up through the middle, and where they've been getting hurt on the running plays is around the outsides. Having a hard time maintaining the outside contain, and then they've a couple times allowed some of the Winooski pass receivers to get behind him for big gains. Those Winooski on a 4th down appears to be setting up in a punting formation. Whistles blow right as the ball's snapped. Don't know what kind of penalty we're going to end up with here. Looks like they're ready to march it off against Winooski. I believe illegal procedure on that play. So that'll bring up 4th down and about, close to 19. Obvious punting down once again. Hopefully Dan Richards back from Mill River can get a good return on this and set up good field position.
Thank you, Grant, for filling in for me there. It kind of tied up in another thing here. So Robarge is back to punt. Richards standing at his 50-yard line. Robarge, he's going to be dragged down. Well, not exactly. Looks like he slipped a few tackles. It looked like he might have been down near the 35-yard line, but he seems to come out of the pile, and he's taken out of bounds by Richards on the far sideline, as Mill River will have good field position on their first offensive possession here in the second half.
Boy, this Mill River team that's actually, through the course of the year, done a pretty good job on open field tackling, and today, boy, they just can't seem to get their arms around them, and allowing the Winooski ball carriers to really pick up a lot of extra yards on that. A lot of Mill River players had a shot at the Winooski ball carrier, and they were able to bring him down. But anyway, 1st and 10 Mill River.
1st and 10 for Mill River. Ball spotted just inside the 40-yard line. Handoff to number 40, Dan Richards. Richards runs the ball straight ahead. Gains about 5 on the play. Tackled by number 34, Crete, number 29, Mike Jackson, defensive players for Winooski. Ball is spotted out near the Winooski 33-yard line on the right hash mark. Keeler, number 59, comes up to the ball. Deloy brings the rest of the offense up. This time he'll have Millard on a left wing formation and Carney single setback in the backfield. Pitch back to Carney, number 34. Carney trying to sweep left. Tries to shrugs off a couple tackles. He's brought down by number 29, Mike Jackson, and number 34, Kevin Crete, defensive players for Winooski. Out near the first down marker, but it looks like he's going to be about a yard shy. We're going to call it 3rd and 1 for Mill River. So this time, Coach Maneri doing some straight up the center running here to start off the second half on the offensive possession. This time he comes out with a split wideout formation, 2 left and 2 right. Deloya straight ahead on the keeper. He's brought down by number 51, defensive player Tom Coda for Winooski. Close. Does get the first down. It is close enough. The linesman official signals first down. So Mill River coming up a good field position after the muff snap on the punt to number 42, Robarge. Could not advance the ball enough, so Mill River took over on the Winooski side of the field. First down, handoff is to Richards. Richards straight up the middle again. Tackled by number 34, Crete, and number 56, Larry Moquin, defensive player for Winooski on the play. Gain of 3, call it 2nd and 7 for Mill River. Ball spotted just inside the Winooski 25-yard line near the left hash mark. 7:53 left, 3rd quarter. Winooski on top, 20-6 over Mill River here at Mill River Union High School. Deloya comes out this time with a I formation. Back to pass, looking for Venn, incomplete. Pass kind of behind and low to Venn. On the pass play, incomplete, which stops the clock with 7:43 left here in the 3rd quarter. So they kind of try to walk around a little bit, Grant, here to get warmed up. I don't know, the wind seems to have let up a little bit. Well, I said that and it comes right back up again. So call it 3rd and 7 for Mill River. This time Carney and Millard. Pro set formation in the backfield. Hand off to Millard. Millard shakes off a couple tackles, going far sideline. He's out near the 10. He's knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, as the officials will spot the ball here in a second. Late penalty flag on the play, as we find out what the infraction may be and who against here.
They called Millard for mouthing
As Millard comes off to the sideline, very upset about something, we're not quite sure. The official speaking to Maynard, the captain of the Winooski defense. And Grant, I'm not quite sure what might have happened, but here we come to the official call. Unsportsmanlike conduct against, I believe it was Millard. I couldn't see much from this play. I don't know if maybe the vocabulary might have got out of hand a little bit over there.
Boy, extremely unfortunate. That was a great play to get outside and pick up the first down on that, and boy, that really backs him up. And I believe you're right. I think a little frustration going in there, and something was said that probably shouldn't have, and that's also unfortunate because, boy, throughout the course of this year, Mill River have been, I think, consummate sportsmen as far as the league's concerned. We haven't had anybody thrown out, very few, if any, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties before that. So, boy, that hurt Mill River.
So I heard the official from up here. It'll be first and goal. Ball spotted out near the 20-yard line. Deloya trying to look for somebody to pass to. He's getting a few blockers out ahead of him. Deloya's going upfield, still on his feet, and he's going to go into the end zone. Great play that time. Deloya tries to find a receiver, scrambles out of the backfield, out of the pocket. He looked for Richards, number 40. Richard was covered tight out in the Winooski secondary, and Deloya kind of skips upfield, slips a few tackles, and he gets into the end zone, Grant.
Just a great run, and you know, Bruce really is a bull, and there's no quit in him. Fought off several tackles, got bumped around a little bit, and got in for the score.
So, 7:23 left in the third quarter. Winooski still on top, 20-12 now, as Mill River will set up for the two-point conversion. Millard single setback. Millard, that is out in the wideout position. He cuts in, but Dan Hurlin, number 85, slants out right to catch the pass, and that one kind of fooled me, Grant. I didn't see Hurlin coming in from anywhere. I thought the pass was going to Millard. He was running off the other way, like he didn't even see the pass.
Yeah, the receiver was really, Hurlin was really blocked from our view, from our vantage point. And it did look like the pass was going to be behind Millard, but boy, it was a good pass, good play. And that was extremely important because that brings us within 6 points of Winooski. There's one thing I know about this Mill River team and these kids here is that they won't quit. And I'll tell you what, I'd put my money on them for the outcome of this game. This is kind of a replay in some respects of like the first game with Winooski. Winooski got up a couple touchdowns. Mill River battled back and came back and ended up winning that game big, and looks like the same pattern might be evolving here.
Well, Coach Nick Maneri's hoping so too. Kick off by Bernier, taken by number 29 Jackson, going up far sideline. Got a few blockers in front of him. He's kind of scrambling around the field, trying to find some blockers, and he's finally brought down by number 23, Keith Millard. Ball will be spotted right around the Winooski 37-yard line, and there again, Grant, the Winooski players kind of zigging and zagging there, catching the defensive player off guard.
Zigging and zagging. I think there might even have been a clip or two on that one. It appeared from up here. But anyway, good run back, and we'll see what they can do, see what the Mill River defense can do to stuff them. They've actually been doing a pretty good job about stuff up the middle.
7 minutes left in the third quarter. Winooski on top, 20-14 over Mill River. Handoff is a number 42, Robarge. Robarge is taken down in the backfield by number 17, Bruce Deloya. And again, Grant, I think the defense in Mill River might have made a few adjustments during halftime, seeing you know, what the Winooski offense was putting up to them there in the first half, and looks like they've adjusted accordingly pretty good. Loss of one on the play. Call it 2nd and 11 for Winooski. This time Maynard is on a wide out right with number 32 creating in a backfield. Rugg running right, looking for Maynard. Hits Maynard, but he's tackled immediately by number 40, Dan Richards. Minimal gain on the play. It looks like he may have a yard or two back, as the down marker is spotted right near the original line of scrimmage.
Real good play by Dan then. You know, looked like Maynard faking the fly pattern down the outside, picked it up short, pulled it back. Richards maintained his composure, didn't turn around on that, came right up and made a stop right after he caught the ball for great little gain. That's great play.
So it's 3rd and call it 10 for Winooski. Ball is spotted at the Winooski 38-yard line on the right hash mark. 5:41 left in the third quarter. Winooski on top, 20-14. This time Maynard was on the right, but coming out of the backfield on a wing position was number 85, Matt Niquette, offensive receiver for Winooski. Gets enough for the first down. Good yardage on a play. Ball will be spotted at the Mill River 31-yard line on the right hash mark when Winooski comes up to the ball again for offense.
Yeah, I believe that 85 is Chris Kane. I know the programs are kind of hard to read here, and some of the numbers don't match. And boy, yeah, I think you got to hand it to Winooski on that play. Actually, that was a pretty good pass by number 9, right between two Mill River defenders.
So 1st and 10. Rugg keeping the ball, passes it off to number 29 Jackson. Jackson is hit out of bounds, taken out by 23 Keith Millard. He's got a gain of about 5 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 5 for Winooski. Ball out near the Mill River 26-yard line. And again, like you said, Grant, it was a good pass right into the defense, and Number 85, Kane, picked the ball right out pretty good and got good yardage on the pass play. So call it 2nd and 5 now for Winooski. 5:05 left in the third quarter. This time they come back out with a I formation with Robarge and Jackson. Flip off to number 29, Jackson. As whistles blow, as we're not quite sure, as it was just an incomplete. Now I know when Montpelier played down here a couple weeks ago, Grant, we had quite a situation where they had a reverse lateral out of the backfield, which the intended receiver lost, and Mill River came up on it. This time, I guess he was ahead of the line, and the play was blown dead.
Well, I guess so. It looked backwards to me. I'm not sure about the call on that. I really don't know what to say, but looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 9.
So Winooski comes out this time with a white out on the right. Is number 11, Rogg. The quarterback, number 9, Brennan Rugg, was sacked on the play for a loss, so it'll be 4th down. And again, Grant, the Mill River defense, I guess, maybe has adjusted to what they looked at the first half, but defensive unit is looking good and strong here in the early goings of the second half. So Rugg will bring the offense up this time with Robarge and Jackson in an I formation right behind him on a 4th down play. Rugg back to pass, goes out, incomplete, intended for number 29, Mike Jackson. So Mill River will take over on downs. The ball is spotted out near the Mill River 40-yard line. 3:39 left in the third quarter with Winooski on top, 20-14, and we'll take a break. Back at Mill River, 3:39 left the third quarter. Mill River takes over on downs as they stop Winooski. Deloya back to pass, looking for number 9, Paul Venn. Venn coming near sidelines. He's taken out of bounds by number 11, Gavin Rugg, and number 20, Richie Myers, defensively in for Winooski. So gain of about 6. We're going to call it 2nd and 4 for Mill River. Ball spotted out at the Mill River 46-yard line on the left hash mark. Keeler, number 59, comes out to the ball. Deloy brings the rest of the offense out. This time he has Carnine Millard in a split pro set formation in the backfield for Mill River. Hand off to number 34, Carnine, breaks through the line, gets into the secondary, and he's taken down by number 20, Myers, and number 14, Matt Goslin, defensively for Winooski. He gets enough for the first down. Ball is out near the Winooski 41-yard line.
Boy, nice quick opener counterplay there for big yards by Carnine, you know, and really you can feel the momentum of this game really shifting at this point, and looks like Mill River has it all right now.
So it'll be first down, ball on the Winooski side of the field. Deloya comes out with Richards and Carnine. Hand off to Richards. Richards up ahead for a gain of about 4 on the play. Tackled by number 34, Creek, defensively for Montpelier. Also in there, number 85, Kane. So be a gain of 4. Call it 2nd and 6 for Mill River. The ball spotted out near the Winooski 37-yard line, near the right hash mark. 2:52 left third quarter. Winooski on top, 20-14. Deloya brings the offense up in a pro set again. Hand off to number 23, Millard. Millard running far sideline, gets a few blocks, and he's brought down by number 29, Jackson, and number 9, Brennan Rugg, that is. We have Brennan and Gavin Rugg, must be brothers here on the Winooski team. He kind of mixed up on twin brothers. Okay, we have a Winooski coach up here doing a videotape up where we are. These are twin brothers. So we'll just say one of the Rugg brothers and we'll be all set. So first down, ball spotted out near the Winooski 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Deloya hands off to number 40, Richards. Richards tries bringing tacklers right with him. Brought down by number 55, Larry, Mike Davis, that is, as Richards kind of carries them 2 yards horizontal across the field there. And Dan Richards doing some good, powerful running here in the third quarter. Richards getting a break here on the next play. In for him is number 20, Dave Whitmer. Gain of 3, call it about 2nd and 7 for Mill River. This time Deloya will set up in a I formation with Carnine and Whitmer this time. Pitch back to Whitmer, number 20. Whitmer going near sideline, slips a couple tackles. He's out near the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run by number 20, Dave Whitmer. Like you said earlier, Grant, the momentum of the game has changed here a little bit. And it seems it's kind of come up to the Mill River's advantage here in the second half. 1:58 left now. The score tied as Mill River sets up for the 2-point conversion.
Well, it was really a pretty good run by David. Broke it out the outside, was running out of field, coming up on the sideline, cut it back, getting bounced around by defenders all along, and was able to fight it in the end zone. And with that 2-point conversion, Mill River goes up on top. We got 21-20 right back into this game. And once I say, boy, that's one, really you got to hand it to these Mill River kids. They be really easy first quarter of the game to get down 3 scores to nothing, and you know, to fight right back in it, stick with it, don't give up, and they've come back, and actually they're right on top, and it's 22-20.
Deloya finds Venn in the end zone for the pass on a 2-point conversion. 1:58 left in the third quarter. Mill River now on top, 22-20 over Winooski, and we'll take a short break. 1:58 left third quarter. Mill River now on top, 22-20 as Bernier prepares the kicking unit to kick off. Back deep is number 1 Maynard and number 29 Jackson back deep for Winooski. Bernier kicks it off. It'll be handled by Jackson, number 29, out near the 21-yard line. Jackson going far sideline, and he's going to be brought down by a trio of Minutemen. Number 17, Bruce Deloya, and number 59, Kevin Keeler on the stop for Mill River. So Winooski will come out on offense. The ball spotted out near their 41-yard line. 1:52 left in the third quarter, and Mill River on top now, 22-20. And, you know, like you say, Grant, I think it's kind of the same format as what happened up in Winooski there October 1st. Mill River was down 2 scores, and they came back to win at 24-14 over the Winooskis up at Kennedy High School. 1st and 10. This time, Rugg keeps it himself. He's going upfield. He's brought down by number 20, Dave Whitmer, and number 23, Keith Millard. Gain of about 4 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 6 for Winooski. 1:22 left third quarter, clock running. This time Rugg will bring the offense up, this time with Houle and Maynard in a pro set formation. Pitch back to Houle, number 22, and he's brought down by number 17, Bruce Deloya, and number 58, Robert Stillwell. And I believe there was a misprint on that, because I'm not quite sure who number 58 is, but we'll try to get his name here by the end of the game to correct everything. Gain of 1 on the play, so we're going to call it 3rd and 5 for Winooski. Ball spotted out near their 46-yard line. This time Rugg will bring the offense up with Robarge and Maynard in the backfield in an I formation for Winooski on the 3rd down play. Rugg going out left, finds Maynard. Maynard coming upfield, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by number 20, Dave Whitmer, as he gets enough for the 1st down. Well, it looks like McKenzie there, number 78, almost had Rugg, and he pitched it off there to Maynard, and that's been working pretty good for him when the quarterback gets in trouble in the backfield.
Well, Josh has been doing a good job. Actually, the outside tackles have been doing a good job about forcing the pitch. It's the outside linebackers, you know, are torn between covering the guys going out for passes, faking going out for passes, and coming up on that. And they've just been a little slow all day long.
So 1st and 10 for Winooski, Houle and Maynard in the backfield. Rugg trying to take off himself. He's tripped up by number 47, Mark Yershaw. Gain of about 2 on the play. Good heads-up play by Yershaw. Sees the quarterback taking off. Just grabs a hold of the shoestrings a little bit, enough to trip him up for a short gain on the play. That's the end of the third quarter here at Mill River Union High School. The score, Mill River 22, Winooski 20, and we'll take a break.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 8 for Winooski. Well, I don't see a flag on that play. It looked like the left side of the Winooski line left early, but no flag. Winooski ball carrier gets it up just to the 35-yard line, good enough for the 1st down.
Thank you, Grant, for filling in, doing some public address work here at Mill River. Beginning of the fourth and final quarter here at Mill River, Roy Bixby with Grant Whitmer and cameraman Henry Baldy Slater. Here for today's game with Winooski and Mill River. First down, Winooski. Rugg pitches back to number 1, Maynard. Maynard's brought down in the backfield for a loss by number 40, Dan Richards. And again, Grant, I think Mill River has adjusted to these pitch offs a little bit, and Richards that time read the play very well to come in and make the tackle on Maynard.
Well, he did do a great job. Set up by Bruce Deloya once again. You know, came through. He's the first outside contain. Came through, stepped right up and whacked the quarterback good right as he was pitching the ball. And as you say, Dan Richards came up and put the finishing touches on the Winooski ball carrier for a loss of about 6.
So we'll call it about 2nd and 16 for Winooski. Ball spotted at the Mill River 40-yard line. Rugg going back to pass this time, being hit by Deloya. He's hit by Deloya, the ball is loose, and I believe Mill River has possession as Deloya came through that time, Grant, and just whacked Rugg, a real strong one. I'm not quite sure who came up with the fumble recovery. We had a lot of players around the ball there, but the official signal was Mill River has the ball, and it's spotted out near the Winooski 41-yard line.
Just a great play, another great play by Bruce, and once again the momentum seems to be shifting, and boy, this will be really important. Let's see if Mill River can capitalize on this turnover.
10:53 left in the game. Mill River on top, 22-20, and which has turned into be a good competitive ball game here at Mill River High School. Deloya will bring the offense up. This time he has Carney and Millard in a pro set formation in the backfield. Hand off to Millard. Millard's taken down by number 1, Sean Maynard. Maynard kind of psyched up on the tackle there. You're going to have a loss of about 4 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 14 for Mill River. Ball is spotted at the Winooski 44-yard line on the left hash mark. Clock running with 10:15 left in the game. Is not quite sure of the personnel which should be on the field. Millard comes out in his number 20, Dave Whitmer. Deloya brings the rest of the offense up this time with Venn on a left wing. Whitmer and Carney in the backfield. Deloya going back to pass. And Deloya sacked in the backfield by number 1, Sean Maynard. And looks like defensively Maynard has kind of got himself pumped up there, Grant.
Well, he has. They usually don't let that kind of stuff go on in the high school game. You know, they stop it right off. And I believe the officials are talking to the 2 captains of the teams right now to put an end to that. Yeah,
the words of wisdoms, the officials on the field, their law rules, and nothing else will happen. So, call it 3rd and long for Mill River. Ball is now spotted at their 45-yard line as Deloya and Maynard get some words of wisdoms from the official on the field. 9:37 left in the game. Clock running. Mill River on top by 2, 22-20. Keeler comes up to the ball. Deloya brings the rest of the offense up this time. Comes up with Carney and Millard. And a pro set formation in the backfield. Pitch back is the number 23, Millard. Millard going on the option, and it's picked off by number 34, Crete. And I'm not quite sure if he was looking for Hurlin out there in the secondary or what it might be, but Winooski will take over on the interception.
It looked like number 85, and if we who was down deep, Robert Stillwell, but the ball really, actually the receiver was double covered, and the ball was way underthrown right into the arms of the Winooski defender. So basically, Mill Rivers botched that opportunity, turned it over, and we'll have to hold Winooski here.
So Winooski will come out on the offense this time. Ball spotted at their 41-yard line on the right hash mark. Robarge and Maynard in the backfield this time. Rugg takes off by himself. And again, he just taken down by number 47, Mark Urshaw. Just got grabbed the hold of the shirt tail as he went by. It slowed him up enough to put him down. Gain of about 4 on a play, so we're going to call it about 2nd and 6 for Winooski. Ball spotted just inside their 45-yard line on the right hash mark. 8:56 left in the game. Mill River on top, 22-20. Roy Bixby, Grant Whitmer, and cameraman Henry Slater here with you from Mill River Union High School. Rugg will bring the offense up. This time he comes in an I formation with Robarge and Maynard in the backfield. Back to pass this time, screens it off to Maynard, number 1. Maynard's got a few blockers in front of him, coming near sideline, and he's going to be taken out of bounds by number 40, Dan Richards, out near the Mill River 41-yard line, and enough for a first down.
Well, you know, Bruce Deloy's played an outstanding game this afternoon. That was one play that he just made one bad decision on that. He was in a perfect position to guard Maynard on that play for the pitch out. Chose to rush the quarterback instead of stay with his man, and the quarterback was able to pitch right over his head into Maynard for that gain.
8:34 left in the game. Clock stopped right now on the out-of-down play. This time, Winooski comes out with Robarge and Jackson in the backfield in a pro set formation. Rugg takes off, and he's going to be taken down. Fumble on the play, recovered by number 42, Robarge, and he's brought down by number 40, Dan Richards, on the play. We have an injury on the field. Number 9 quarterback, Brennan Rugg, shaken up on the play, as the officials do take an injury timeout. 8:19 left in the game. We'll take a break with Mill River on top, 22-20. So Winooski comes up, call it 2nd and 8. This time set in a pro set formation with Robarge and Maynard in the backfield. Rugg sets the offense, hands off to Robarge, number 42, and he's brought down by number 17, Bruce Deloya. I believe we have a new quarterback in the game for Winooski. Number 14, Matt Goslin. Thank you, Coach. Yep. And again, one of the assistant coaches for Winooski here up on the dugout roof. Kind of helping us out a little bit on the Winooski side of who's who here. Gain of 1 on the play, so let's call it 3rd and 6 for Winooski. Ball spotted out near the Mill River 37-yard line, this time in a pro set formation. Robarge and Maynard looking for number 85. Looking for number 85 on the play came, but it's intercepted by number 40, Dan Richards. And Richards read the play well that time, Grant, and kind of stepped right in there. It's kind of a grab for the ball there for a minute, but Richards ended up taking the ball.
Another outstanding play by Richards. You can't write the book any better than that. You know, got back into position extremely well. Waited for the quarterback to commit himself. As soon as the ball was thrown, closed right in front of the receiver, picked it off. That was a great play.
So Mill River takes over on the offense. Handoff is a number 23, Millard. Millard coming near sideline, getting a few blockers in front of him, and he's taken down out near the 34-yard line by number 34, Crete, number 20, Myers on the play. It seems like we have kind of given the ball here back and forth the past few possessions. Winooski fumbled, and Mill River threw an interception, and then Winooski now throws an interception on their previous offensive possession there. 6:54 left in the game, clock running, Mill River on top, 22-20. This time Deloya will come out with a pro set formation with Carney and Millard in the backfield. Handoff is to number 23, Millard. Millard coming near sideline again, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds by number 29, Mike Jackson.
I tell you, that was one of the most, that was one of the prettiest trap blocks I've ever seen by number 78. I believe that's Josh McKenzie. You know, we've got some of the numbers are messed up, but just an unbelievable trap block to come back, crackback block on the outside contain guy there to allow Millard to get on the outside.
So gain of 8 on a play. We'll call it 2nd and 2 for Mill River. This time Deloya comes up with Whitmer, number 20, and number 34, Tyler Carney in the backfield. Hand off to Whitmer, fumbles at Deloya, picks it up, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Deloya hit by number 51 on the play, Todd Racine, defensive player for Winooski. Gets the heads-up play, sees the ball's fumbled. Deloya picks it up, and a loss on the play. We're going to call it about 3rd and 14 for Mill River, and luckily enough, Deloya did have you know, a good opportunity to pick the ball up there on the fumble.
Boy, that was a costly fumble by Dave. I'm not sure whether you know, it was Dave or just a bad handoff or whatever, but that was a costly fumble.
So call it 3rd and long. Handoff is to Richards. Richards tries to slant left, but he's brought down by number 51, Todd Racine again, defensively for Winooski. So number 87, Walt Bernier, Mill River punter, comes out on the field. Going back deep is number 29, Mike Jackson for Winooski. He's out near his 32-yard line. 5:39 left in the game. Clock running, Mill River on top, 22-20. The ball spotted out near the Mill River 30-yard line, the left hash mark. Bernier stands at his 20. High snap, Bernier gets it. Flag on the play. Bernier gets off a good kick, takes a Mill River bounce. Rolling downfield, down it is number 34, Tyler Carney. Have a penalty flag in the backfield. as the referees will hash it out. We'll take a short break. Penalty that time would be against Mill River. A false start on one of the linemen, so Bernier will kick again. Bernier gets a snap, kicks it off this time, and it will roll out of bounds out near midfield. 5:03 left, Mill River on top, 22-20. Well, the teams get ready, we'll take a break. 5:03 left in the game here at Mill River High School. Roy Bixby, Grant Whitmer, and cameraman Henry Baldy Slater. With Mill River on top, 22-20. Winooski has the ball on offense. Ball spotted out near their 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun position, Brogg looking for a receiver. Intended for number 85. I believe that is. Chris Kane. Thank you, Grant. Broken up by defender number 23, Keith Millard. You know, see, surprised that Winooski put Brogg, who's back in the game now in the shotgun formation. You know, he seems to be walking very gingerly there when he goes back to the huddle. I'm sure he got roughed up pretty good there when Winooski had its 2 offensive possessions ago. Looks like we have a flag on the play. I'm not quite sure what this is. There's the flag out on the far sideline over by the Winooski bench. Not quite sure what that'll be. I don't know if, Grant, if you got an indication what the penalty was, or no, I don't know.
No. Didn't see a flag and got no sign from the official about what that penalty was.
I see the flag was way off on the Winooski side of the field. So Winooski will have it first down. This time Brogg out of the shotgun position. He's looking for Maynard and passes it just too far ahead of number 1, Sean Maynard, incomplete. So that'll bring up second down for Winooski. As again, Grandy, I don't know what that penalty was against Mill River back 2 plays ago, but the flag was actually off the field, over near the spectators, off near the 45-yard line on the opposite side of the field. So Winooski will have it. Ball is spotted up near the Mill River 36-yard line on the right hash mark. This time Brogg in the shotgun position again with Robarge, and Maynard running on a right pattern. Pass off to Maynard, incomplete. Maynard stopped, looked back for the ball, and it was just had gone by him. So we're going to call it third down for Winooski.
This will be a big defensive series for Mill River, and I'm sure this is 4th down territory when they'll go for it on 4th down. So Winooski will have 2 more downs to make the 10, and boy, Mill River needs to step up and hold him here.
So Winooski comes out in offense with Hoole in the backfield. Maynard running on a right pattern, looking out for Kane, incomplete. We have a penalty flag on the play. Not quite sure of what the penalty may be here. So we're not quite sure. I don't know if we're going to have pass interference. Not quite sure what's going to happen here, Grant. As the officials will walk the ball up. Defensive pass interference against Mill River, so that'll bring the ball up enough for the first down yardage. The ball is going to be spotted just outside the Mill River 21-yard line. 4:41 left in the game. Mill River on top, 22-20.
That looked like a real tough call. There's been several close ones and questionable ones here this afternoon, but that looked real tough. Looked like both the defender and the receiver were side by side running down the field. I sure didn't see it.
So Winooski has it on first down. Brogg out of the shotgun looking for Maynard. Maynard out in the end zone and makes the catch for the touchdown. Now I see the defensive player just kind of lacked off a little bit, and Maynard just ran right by him and ran a sideline pattern right downfield, and Brogg hit him right there in the numbers for the touchdown.
Yeah, just a blown coverage by the Mill River defense there.
4:35 that is left in the game. Winooski back on top, 26-22 now, as they will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Big 2-point conversion.
So this time Winooski comes up, sending Maynard on the whiteout right pattern. Rugg out of the shotgun again. Takes it, looks for... Yeah, it's picked off by Mill River. The 2 points is no good. I guess Millard looked like he was going to advance it out of the end zone a little bit, but the 2-point conversion is denied for Winooski. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game here at Mill River Union High School. Winooski on top, 26-22, and we'll take a break. So Winooski prepares to kick off. Number 42, Tony Robarge. Back deep is number 40, Dan Richards, and number 34, Tyler Carney. Ball goes to Carney. He's out near his 15-yard line. Up across the 30. He's brought down by number 20, Richie Myers, out near the Mill River 34-yard line, as Deloya will bring the offense out with 4.5 minutes left in the game, and Mill River down now by 4, 26-22 over the Spartans of Winooski. And Grant, the fourth quarter here has been a real competitive game. You know, we've had a few turnovers and things like that, but it's turning out here to be a pretty good game. You know, at the in the first half, Winooski got on top pretty good, but Mill River seems to be coming right back. Deloya is going to pass off to number 9, Venn. Venn running far sideline. He's tackled from behind by number 34 on the play, Kevin Crete. As Deloya was awful lucky not to have that one picked off.
Yeah, once again, you know, Bruce got a lot of poise, you know, stand up there. He's shown all season long that he's willing to stand there in the pocket, take a hit to be able to get rid of the ball, and he was lucky to get that one by the defender coming in on him, and actually the receiver was lucky to catch it, as there was a defender trying to get right in front of him to try for the interception.
So Mill River has it first down. Deloya looking back to pass. And it's picked off by number 29, Mike Jackson. Jackson's brought down by Deloya down near the Mill River 25-yard line. And again, I don't know if he was looking for his receiver or what, but Deloya just kind of threw that one the wrong place at the wrong time.
But almost like he went colorblind there. I didn't see a receiver there for him to get. Just one of those things, quick decision. He was being pressured, had to make a quick decision, and ended up throwing right to the defender. Still plenty of time here.
3:45 left, clock running, as Winooski will take over the ball now on the interception by number 29, Mike Jackson. Ball is spotted out near the Mill River 26-yard line. This time Rugg comes up behind the center with Robarge lone setback, and Jackson wide right this time. Rugg tries to take off, but he's wrapped up by number 47, Mark Yearshaw. And Yearshaw's got pretty good reads on them quarterback keeps when he tries to come up through the middle.
He's made 4 or 5 really good plays. Essentially the same thing. Tripped him up by the shoestrings a couple times and grabbed him and brought him down for no gain when they tried that play all day long. I don't believe they really made many yards any time during the day with that play.
So we'll call it 2nd and 10, no gain on the play. This time Maynard's back in the game. He's in the backfield in a pro-set formation with Robarge, number 42. Rugg up behind the center this time again. Hands off to Maynard, number 1. Maynard slipping a few tackles, and this time he's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. "26-yard run by number 1, Sean Maynard, which puts Winooski further ahead now with 2:44 left in the game. Grant?
Just a good run. You know, Maynard certainly is a good athlete. Once again, you know, questionable tackling by Mill River today, but Maynard was able to break across and cut back to the left through the line. Several Mill River defenders seemed to have a shot at him, but unable to bring him down.
So Winooski will set up for the 2-point conversion. Rugg out of the shotgun this time, looking for a receiver out in the backfield, and it's no good. Pass is incomplete to the receiver in the end zone. 2:44 left in the game with Winooski on top, 32-22, and we'll take a break. So number 42, Tony Robarge, will tee the ball up. Back deep for Mill River is number 40, Dan Richards, and number 34, Carney. As Winooski, this time Winooski will have the ball again as it bounces off one of the upmen for Mill River. Not quite sure what happened on that play, Grant, but the Mill River player touched it, so it's a live ball, and Winooski does recover.
Boy, over the last 2 or 3 minutes here, things have gone from completely turned around, gone from good to bad to worse. That particular squib kick bounced up right off the chest of one of the front linemen there, and boy, bounced back about 20 yards directly toward the kickoff team of Winooski and allowed them to recover the ball. That's going to make it real tough. They need a turnover here.
2:25 left in the game. Winooski on top, 32-22. Again, Winooski has the ball on offense. Running a pro set formation. Handoff is to number 34, Kevin Crete, offensive player for Winooski. Brought down by number 17, Bruce DeLoya, and number 23, Keith Millard. I'm not quite sure, Grant, on what the situation will be now if Mill River loses today. I've heard scenarios they could lose by 10 points and point-wise still be in the race for the state 8-man championship game. But you hear a lot what's going on. But I guess you're going to have to come right down at the end of the season. The records and games will show for itself. Second down play, handoff is to number 29, Jackson. Jackson's brought down by number 17, DeLoya. Penalty flag on the play, which stops the clock with 1:32 left. As the officials will get together to hash out what the penalty will be. As the movement of the ball is going to be against Winooski. Holding call against Winooski, so that'll back him up. With 1:32 left in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the tiebreaker rules are, Roy, for the making the playoffs. I have no idea what it's going to turn out to be. But obviously, it may be based on points and common opponents and winners and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, Mill River can't afford to give any points. And I'm sure it would definitely help their cause if they were able to get the ball back and score again before the end of this game.
So Winooski comes up second and long. Handoff is to, try to get the player's name, number 14, Matt Goslin. As it'll be third and long for Winooski. With 42 seconds and the clock ticking away here, time ticking away for Mill River. Not sure if they have any more timeouts to spare here in the second half. So it'll be third and long for Winooski as number 14, Goslin, is at quarterback position now for Winooski here on the third down. Handoff is a 29 Jackson. Jackson going near far sideline, and he's brought down by number 78, Josh McKenzie, and number 23, Keith Millard. Timeout is called on the field with 15 seconds left, and the score, Winooski 32, Mill River 22, and we'll take a break. Back at Mill River High School, 15 seconds left in the game. Winooski on top, 32-22 over Mill River. And it's fourth down. Flags on the play, and we have a whistle. And by the first inclination by the linesman here on the near side, it's going to be offsides on Mill River. So that'll bring the ball ahead 5 yards. Call it 4th and 13 now for Winooski. As the offense in the huddle will come out with the fourth down play. Jackson and Houle looks like in the backfield. So on the fourth down play, it looks like Goslin just kneels down on the ball with 12 seconds left, as Mill River will get the ball at the Winooski 33-yard line. First and 10 there with 12 seconds left. So Mill River does call a timeout here, as getting the right players on the field. And Grant?
Yeah, you know, if you go back and try to analyze this game, you know, I think, you know, probably the difference is the kicking game and the big plays that, you know, the big gainers by the Winooski team. I think if you take about 5 plays away, you probably wipe out about 75% of the total offensive gain there.
So 1st and 10, Deloya has it, going to try to look for a receiver. He puts it up, he's trying to find Richards, and it's tipped by number 14, Goslin, incomplete. Looking for Dan Richards, running a fly pattern down the near sideline. 6 seconds left. As we have a penalty flag here on the play too. Not quite sure what this will be. Looks like we have offsetting penalties here. Offsetting penalties on both teams, so they're going to replay the first down. With 6 seconds left in the game, Grant.
Well, that last pass play, you know, if it hadn't been into the wind, I think that's 6 points. You know, the wind held it up a little bit, and Dan Richards, you know, in the last pass play of Deloya's, had to come back a little bit to the ball, and I think that was the difference.
So 6 seconds left, probably the last play of the game here. Deloya trying to roll out right, trying to find a receiver. As the horn blows and ends the game, he's brought down by number 56 on the play, Chris Kaushing. So final score from Mill River Union High School, it's the Spartans of Winooski 32, Mill River 22, and we'll take a short break.